Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now at 10, we begin on two developing stories tonight, one on the highway, the other on the water. In West Haven, a massive search ended just moments ago. Divers found two people who went missing. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. We start in West Haven tonight. A boat was reported missing earlier this evening, and just moments ago, the Coast Guard confirmed they found two people unresponsive. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi is live at Prospect Beach with the latest on the recovery effort. Valerie.
That's right, Brent. Well, several crews arrived at Prospect Beach in West Haven early this afternoon to join the investigation. But just moments ago, we have learned that the U.S. Coast Guard has confirmed that the two people missing were located and found unresponsive. Now, officials tell us they've been taken to the West Shore Fire District Firehouse for further care. And just earlier today, we saw divers going in and out of the water searching for those victims. And just moments before that, the reported missing vessel was actually found around 6:15 p.m. Now, West Haven officials believe the vessel may have crashed into the breakwall after people on board had dinner at Shell and Bones Wednesday night. Now, one local tells us he's still in disbelief.
Drove by around 4:30. There was nothing here, and then I came back around 6:30, and it was lots of police activities. Very sad, and we hope that there is somewhat of a positive outcome.
Now, these are all the details we have at the moment, and we haven't been able to speak with investigators just yet, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more. For now, live in West Haven, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
Right, Valerie, thank you. We will go out to Enfield for our other top story in just a moment, but first we're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a look at the forecast. Rach.
Yeah, we've had some wet days, but it's nice that we'll be able to see drier weather take over for a change. Each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, will begin with morning low clouds and even some fog in parts of the state. But each day we'll see more sunshine developing in the afternoon. It will be warmer. It will be humid, so the humidity not going anywhere, but it does look again drier. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, you'll see the front that brought us some of those heavier downpours last night into early this morning, and those are on the way out of here. Low temperatures tonight are going to fall back between the mid 60s to right around 70 degrees. The humidity is down a little bit from where it was the last couple of days, so we'll enjoy any little relief we can get. Otherwise, we're beginning the day with morning low clouds and fog. We'll break for that sun in the afternoon. High temperatures will return to the lower to middle 80s as we head through the day, and it will be a brighter finish. I think late afternoon, early evening is when we're really seeing the most sunshine. There is a chance for a pop-up shower or storm later Friday. The best chance for that would be in northwestern Connecticut, especially Litchfield County. And then we're very similar for Saturday and Sunday. Certainly not as hot as we head into this upcoming weekend as it was 4th of July weekend, but overall looking good the next several days. We'll talk about when more steady rain returns coming up, Brent.
Hi, Rachel, thank you. Well, new tonight in your Health Watch, it's one of the most talked about pieces of legislation in Washington, and now, of course, it's officially law. We're talking about the big, beautiful bill. It promises sweeping changes, but some healthcare providers in Connecticut say it could do more than harm. More harm than good here. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot shows us what's at stake for rural hospitals.
The big, beautiful bill is now law, and it packs steep cuts to Medicaid. There are concerns that rural hospitals won't stay open, and even more concerns that rural hospital bills will be even more expensive.
You can't sit there and take something from someone that's a basic need because you just want to keep the wealthy happy.
People are speaking out after the Senate passed the big, beautiful bill.
You have people that live off of insurance, state insurance, you know, Medicaid, Medicare, through dentals, mental health services, and all that's going to be taken away from them, and it's just going to be a decrease in the population because of stuff like that.
President and CEO of Day Kimball Health, Kyle Kramer, says this bill will impact rural hospitals.
Rural health is uniquely recognized as its own entity, and healthcare in small and rural areas is indeed very different than that which exists in large urban areas.
The big, beautiful bill will also make changes to Medicaid, including cuts to federal Medicaid funding and work requirements.
We're already concerned about Medicaid payments for those services, and in a small area like like ours, we actually have a largely federal payer mix. So 70% of our payer mix is either Medicare or Medicaid. And for the Medicaid portion of that, we already have challenges financially covering the cost of providing that care. So cuts would certainly be a real challenge, which obviously has us, looking at every single aspect of what's included in the federal budget.
Some say this is going to hurt the elderly and vulnerable population.
It's bad enough that you have the elderly that can't speak for themselves, who have aides, who have to be their voices, and we're not heard now. So just imagine when you pull that and they need medication, they need transportation, they need that.
The Senate did propose a program that would allocate $50 billion over 5 years to support rural health care.
We are extremely gratified that there is the inclusion of a significant tranche of funds intended to support rural hospitals.
A concern I heard from several people off camera, they worry this bill will hurt the most vulnerable people. Kyle Kramer says he will continue pushing lawmakers to protect rural hospitals. In Putnam, Cape Patty Hood, Fox 61.
The alleged Light Health District in southeastern Connecticut is warning people tonight about the dangers of rabies because a bat found on the Boston Post Road in East Lyme tested positive today for the disease. Officials say people should not feed or approach any wild or stray animals in the area. Rabies is a deadly virus found in the saliva of infected mammals. It can be spread through bites or scratches or if saliva contacts the eyes, nose, or mouth. If you have concerns, contact the Health District or Waterford East Lyme Animal Control. And a West Hartford woman says her dog helped her escape from a bear last month. Kaylee Roy says she was hiking in Simsbury and encountered a bear with her cubs. Her dog Phoenix leapt between Kaylee and the mama bear, which grabbed Phoenix by the neck. Kaylee hit the bear several times with a full water bottle and the bear retreated. Kaylee is fine, but Phoenix was seriously injured. Kaylee has started a GoFundMe to help with the vet bills, and you can find more info on fox61.com. A black bear caused a bit of a scene in downtown Hartford today, just blocks from the state capitol. Police and wildlife officials had to step in. DEEP says environmental and wildlife officers responded to a bear up a tree near the capitol. To keep people and the bear safe, they decided to tranquilize it. Officials then moved the animal to a safer location and no one was hurt. An East Hartford teen is now in custody in Florida, accused of making a dangerous hoax call. The 15-year-old was extradited after authorities say he made a swatting call to police in Florida. Deputies say the teen was playing video games with a 12-year-old in Florida, and after an argument, he called police and reported a fake shooting at the other boy's home. Officers rushed to the scene but found no threat. Sheriffs in Polk County, Florida say this is no joke, and it puts people at risk.
But what's really remarkable about all of this is it can be stopped with responsible parents. And at the very least, while these emergency services are going to, we still go there and have to check it out, but while our resources are tied up doing this, checking out this false alarm, then we're not available to respond to real emergencies, to people who really need help.
Now, the sheriff there also said he was surprised Connecticut extradited the teen, suggesting our state tolerates crime. We asked Governor Ned Lamont for comment. His office said Connecticut respects the law and noted our crime rate is among the lowest in the country. All right, now to a crash on I-91 that sent 2 Connecticut state troopers to the hospital. They were responding to another accident when a vehicle spun out and hit their cruiser. Fox 61's Raven Blue has the latest from Enfield and why the location is alarming to many in law enforcement.
Danger struck Interstate 91 Thursday morning in Enfield when 2 Connecticut state troopers responded to a multi-vehicle crash, then became victims themselves, once again highlighting the risks they face and bringing back painful memories of another trooper who was killed in the same location 15 years ago. Connecticut State Police say around 7 Thursday morning, troopers Matthew Seri and Christopher Genovese responded to a multi-car crash on I-91 near exit 47 West. Seri sat in his cruiser while Genovese stood on the passenger side in the right shoulder when a vehicle traveling north in the left lane hit a puddle of water, spun out of control, and crashed into Seri's cruiser. That impact then pushed the cruiser into Genovese, sending him into the roadway. Both troopers went to the hospital hospital, Sari with minor injuries and Genovese with serious injuries. In a statement, Senator Stephen Harding of the Senate Republican caucus says, "Our troopers put their lives on the line every day to protect us, and we are grateful for their service." 15 years ago, on the same stretch of I-91, another Connecticut trooper lost his life in a nearly identical crash. In September 2010, Trooper Kenneth Ray Hall died after a vehicle struck his patrol car while he issued a ticket on I-91 just north of Route 220. A vehicle swerved from the left lane into the right shoulder, pushing Hall's cruiser into the car he had pulled over, trapping him inside for nearly an hour. In a statement, the Connecticut Department of Transportation urged drivers to be cautious when on the roads, saying, "We're reminding everyone about the importance of slowing down and moving over anytime you're going through a work zone or you see a CT-DOT crew or contractor, first responder, or tow driver pulled over. Roadway safety is a shared responsibility, and we urge the public to follow the rules of the road." Connecticut State Police ask anyone who witnessed the collision or has information to contact them. Trooper Sari and Genovese are expected to recover. In Enfield, Raven Blue, Fox 61.
And as Raven said, this isn't the first time Connecticut troopers have been seriously hurt or even killed in the line of duty. And tonight, Fox 61's Victoria Anderson looks back at some of the most tragic crashes involving law enforcement on Connecticut's highways.
Thursday morning's crash on I-91 was not the first where state officers were either severely injured or killed in the line of duty. There have been dozens of crashes involving Connecticut state troopers, and in most situations, they walk away without a scratch or non-life-threatening injuries. But that's not always the case. Aaron Pelletier, Kevin Miller, Kenny Hall are familiar names to many who live in Connecticut. They were all killed in the line of duty during traffic stops. Back in 2010, Trooper Kenneth Hall was making a routine traffic stop in Enfield when his cruiser was hit from behind. Michael Pajak, the man who police say was behind the wheel, was speeding and intoxicated at the time. He accepted a plea deal and served 11 years in prison. In 2018, Trooper First Class Kevin Miller died after his cruiser crashed into the back of a tractor trailer on I-84 in Toland. And in 2024, Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier had pulled over a car on I-84 in Southington. During the traffic stop, a speeding pickup truck hit Trooper Pelletier and drove off. State police say the driver, Alex O'Shea Sanchez, was captured. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced back in April to 18 years in prison. The statistics show that across the country, 42% of law enforcement losses come from motor vehicle accidents. Reporting at Hartford Hospital, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
And we'll get another update on both of these top stories in about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, download the free Fox 61 News app and turn on push notifications so you can get the latest information wherever you are.